Hello, all you beautiful people out there. What is going on? This is your friend Britik, coming at you fast with another Call of Duty Advanced Warfare video. And today, we're just going to be talking about a controversial topic that, I thought would be a pretty good thing to talk about since the topic arose a couple times in the past weeks. And I thought that I would like to get your guys' input on it, your insight, see what you guys think about it. What you guys are seeing right now is a GB. We're playing CTF on the map Retreat. It's a pretty close game. This was just taken, I think, yesterday. The boys and I, we were just playing some GBs for fun. And so, ooh, that kill though. that aim. We were just playing some GBs, and this CTF ended up being pretty close, pretty down to the wire. I make some clutch plays, so I'm pretty proud of this gameplay. And a couple things to cover before I get into the topic. One, yeah, the sound is kind of fucked up. I don't know why there's no game sound. I really don't. Something must have happened during the recording. Oh well, that's unfortunate. The gameplay is really good, so I just decided to put it up anyway, even though there's no sound. And, now you get to be able to focus on my voice a bit more. Take that as gaily as you'd like. But we're going to be talking about some stuff. So I've received a few comments, and these have arose previously, and I've had these discussions with people before, and I just decided to put it up on YouTube. Ooh, that stop. Look at that stop. What the difference is between PlayStation players and Xbox players, and this is common. This is so freaking common. For competitive players, people who play competitively, game battles, online tournaments, LAN events, stuff like that, there's a big difference between Xbox players and PlayStation players. And I'd just like to talk about that difference, make it clear my opinion on the matter, and just see what you guys think about it. So, yeah, the first thing that I want to talk about is, are Xbox players better than PlayStation players? And I'm going to answer that real quick, and I'm going to say no. Okay, before we jump any further into this, I'm going to say that yes, I played on both an Xbox and PlayStation. I played all of Call of Duty Ghosts, all of it on Xbox One. I haven't touched it at all on PS4. I've played PS3 Black Ops 2, and I played both Xbox and PlayStation 4 Advanced Warfare. So I have a little bit of an idea what from my personal experience, what I experienced. So yes, there are more competitive players on Xbox. Keyword more. There's more of you guys over there on Xbox that do competitive, that engage in competitive play. But just because there's more of you guys doesn't mean that the skill gap is different. Okay, so yes, you are more likely to run into a better player on Xbox when you're in a public match or something. But the skill of that player could be just as good as the skill of a good PlayStation player. It doesn't matter what console you play on. The reason that there's more competitive players on Xbox is because the higher paying tournaments are on Xbox, and all the LAN events are played on the Xbox consoles. That is the reason more people are on Xbox when they're playing competitive, when they're trying to go places. I'm going places, but that's the reason why. On PlayStation, if you know where to look, if you know where to find those people that are actually really, really good, they're just as good as any Xbox players. And I guarantee you that if there wasn't the problem associated with it being a different controller, those PlayStation players could easily match up to the best of Xbox players. It does not matter what console you play on, as long as you're playing good competition nonetheless. Of course, again, there's less competition on PlayStation, but that doesn't mean that it's worse competition. There's a key difference, okay? More players doesn't actually make them better players. You just run into them more often. So, now the next part of this is, let's talk about the tournaments themselves. So I admit, okay, I'm not the best player. I never said I was, and I'm never going to be. I'm never going to be successful in LAN events. I'm never going to play on main stage. I'm never going to do any of that. I already mentioned that previously in a video a long time ago, because I don't have enough time for that. I don't devote that much time and effort into this game to try and become that good of a player. I'm fine with playing online tournaments, game battles, matches, and stuff like that. So you can talk shit all you want, but all I know is that I've been around for a little bit, and I I've seen stuff. I've experienced them. I've actually been a part of these experiences. So, I'm not just speaking out of my ass here when I say that it doesn't really matter much. Okay, now the next argument that people are gonna make is like, oh yeah, but all the pros are on Xbox, so obviously, those are like, they're way better. They're way better than PlayStation people. And okay, sure, that might be true, but the reason those pros are on Xbox is because it's Xbox and the events are on Xbox. There's like the top teams that do these tournaments and go to playoffs on game battles and UMG and stuff like that. They're just as good as really high-end Xbox players. Now, I can't prove that since I haven't seen somebody that I know 100% from PlayStation go up against an Xbox professional gamer, so I can't 100% prove that. But from what I can tell, it's very similar. Like, the skill gap is very, very similar. The only thing separating them is the difference in controllers and consoles. That is the only thing separating them. Now, if a PlayStation player, if I were to make an experiment, I would put a PlayStation player with an Xbox controller. He would learn how to use that Xbox, or 4 players rather, like make a team. They would learn how to use those Xbox controllers after playing PlayStation all their life, and I don't know how long that'll take, 3, 4 weeks, whatever, and then pit them up against Xbox players, and I can guarantee you that it would be a close game if we're talking about 2 top teams from both areas. So the cap, the cap that, like, I want to say level cap, but like the skill cap, there we go, the skill cap is the same for both consoles. Literally the only difference is the fact that they're 2 separate consoles. They're 2 different boxes. That's it. That's the only difference. People try to argue all the time that, oh, Xbox players are way better, because PlayStation people sucks. Like, oh, you won this tournament? Oh, it's on PlayStation. Too bad. It doesn't matter. That guy got wrecked. I got the flag on my back. Oh, you won a tournament on PlayStation. Good for you, but it wasn't on Xbox. You suck. No. I mean, sure, there's probably less competition, but you still had to play some pretty good people if they're actually just as serious as you are about that tournament. Of course, again, we're going to bring this up again. I'm not one-sided to PlayStation. There are more people on Xbox that play competitive. So I can see how the tournaments could be a bit more challenging because there's more teams to face against that actually are good, or whatever you want to define as good. But still, like that, if we're talking about 1 team from Xbox and 1 team from PlayStation, just 2 really good teams going up against each other, it's going to be an even match. Just because you're playing on Xbox does not make you automatically better than those playing on PlayStation. Just no. And I just wanted to put my opinion on this because I've played on both sides. So I've noticed, and honestly, sometimes it felt like Xbox was easier, to be honest. It just depends on who you play. It all depends on who you play. It doesn't matter what the stereotype is about, oh, my console's better than yours. It does not matter whatsoever. It really doesn't. The only difference, again, is the controller and the box itself. That's the only 2 things separating the 2 nations of gamers, I'm guessing. That's just what I'm going to call, is fucking nations. The PlayStation Nation. But again, I'm not trying to be biased towards PlayStation, okay? I've just been playing on PlayStation longer than on Xbox, but that's because, my friends were on PlayStation. It just kind of ticked me off to see people so biased towards Xbox because MLG is sponsored by Xbox because Xbox pays them more to host their tournaments, so people automatically assume that PlayStation people are awful and they don't even deserve to even get credited for playing competitive. It's like what? It's like telling the difference between an iPhone user and a Samsung Galaxy user. It's like there is no difference. The difference is in the way the phone looks and maybe the software, but the general purpose is the same exact thing. The apps are the same exact apps for the most part. Ooh, just got a text. You hear that ding? iPhone. But anyway, point proven. I don't know. I thought it was an interesting topic. I wanted to see your guys' reaction to the topic. Leave your comment section down and Leave your comment section, yeah. Leave your comment section down in the comment section below. And let me know what you guys think about it. If you think I'm lying, if you call bullshit, if you have some other thing. All insight is welcome. It's all opinionated after all, so you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to think that I'm telling the truth whatsoever. You have the right to your opinion, and you have the right to say it. So here we close out the game. We're both at a stalemate. That's actually how it's going to end. I finished the game 22-19 with both of the captures from my team. They did a great job playing this game as well. We all did a good job all around playing this game, so shout out to my team. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. As always, make sure that you have a wonderful day.